Dyed my hair blue so boss would stop blaming me for hair and customers' food. I used to work at this sandwich shop downtown. The whole crew was me and 4 Indian women who all had this gorgeous long black hair that went down to their waists. My hair was medium length and brown, so not even close to the same color or length. But apparently my boss Mike couldn't tell the difference. Every single time a customer found a hair in their food, Mike would immediately point at me like I was some kind of hair-shedding monster. The first time it happened, this lady came up to the counter holding a long black hair between 2 napkins. She was super gross about it, waving it around and demanding a refund. Mike took one look at that hair, then looked straight at me and goes, "Sarah, you need to be more careful about keeping your hair contained." I was like, "Mike, that hair is black and like 2 feet long. Mine is brown and barely touches my shoulders." But he just shrugged and made me remake her entire order anyway. Here's the thing that really bugged me though. I was literally the only person in that entire shop who actually followed the health code rules. I always wore my hair in a tight bun with a hairnet over it. Always. The other girls would just throw their hair in a loose ponytail or let it hang free while they made sandwiches. Don't get me wrong, they were all super nice and we got along great, but the hair situation was definitely not my fault. 2 weeks later, same thing happens. Different customer, another long black hair, and Mike immediately starts lecturing me about food safety. This time I actually pulled off my hairnet to show him my brown hair that was completely secured. "Mike, look at this hair and look at my hair. They're not even the same color." He goes, "Well, maybe you need to use more bobby pins or something." I couldn't believe it. The man was literally colorblind when it came to blaming me for everything. It happened 3 more times over the next month. Every single time, long black hair, and every single time Mike would act like I was personally sabotaging the business. The final straw was when Mrs. Peterson, this regular customer who comes in every Tuesday for a turkey sub, found a hair on her sandwich and Mike started his usual routine. "Sarah, this is the 4th time this month. I'm starting to think you're doing this on purpose." That's when I snapped. "Mike, I'm literally the only person here who wears a hairnet. How is this my fault?" "Well, you're the newest employee, so you must be doing something wrong." I went home that night absolutely furious. I'd been working there for 6 months and was getting blamed for everyone else's hair because Mike was either too lazy or too scared to call out his other employees. That's when I had my brilliant idea. I drove straight to CVS, bought a box of blue hair dye, and spent 3 hours in my bathroom turning my boring brown hair into this bright electric blue color. It looked pretty cool actually, like mermaid blue. I showed up to work the next day and Mike did a double take when he saw me. "Whoa, Sarah, that's quite a change." Yeah, I felt like trying something new. For about 2 weeks, everything was perfect. No hair complaints, no drama, just me making sandwiches with my bright blue hair safely tucked under my hairnet. Then it happened. This guy comes up to the counter holding a long black hair and demanding to speak to the manager. Mike comes rushing over, ready to handle the situation. He looks at the hair, then immediately turns to me and opens his mouth to start his usual lecture. "Sarah, you need to..." I just stood there smiling and slowly pulled off my hairnet, letting my bright blue hair fall around my shoulders. "You were saying?" Mike's face went through about 5 different emotions in 2 seconds. Confusion, realization, embarrassment, and then this really annoyed expression like I'd personally ruined his day. "Well, it could have been an old hair from before you dyed it." I started laughing. "Mike, I dyed this 2 weeks ago. That would mean there's been a single brown hair just floating around the kitchen for half a month waiting to land in this guy's sandwich." The customer was watching this whole exchange like it was a tennis match. Mike just stood there looking defeated. From that day forward, whenever a hair showed up in someone's food, Mike actually had to investigate properly instead of just blaming me. Turns out when you actually look at the evidence, it's pretty easy to figure out who's not securing their hair properly. Best $8 I ever spent at CVS.